then, okay, for the next batch, I need to share about this Gantt chart at the very beginning of the lecture session. Okay, so let me share the slide with you first. Okay, let me share with you the Gantt chart. Can you see my screen now? Yes?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
thank you. Okay, so let's move on to the Gantt chart. So basically this Gantt chart is to plan your timeline, and you are already in your week 10. So you actually have go through a lot within this 10 weeks. So the Gantt chart should include what you're going to have for the next semester, okay, in order for you to complete your project. Okay, so let me try to share the screen to have the slideshow here. Okay. Let me. Okay. So, introduction to Gantt chart. What is actually a Gantt chart? A Gantt chart is a visual project schedule which will show you the tasks over time. Okay. The purpose is actually to help manage time, to monitor progress, and also to allocate whatever resources that you need to use throughout your project. So why are we using this Gantt chart? Because it can organize tasks clearly. Okay, how it can also shows how tasks depend on other tasks. It can also track project milestone, and you know that you are on schedule. So in fact, doing your FYP project, it consists of 2 semesters. So about around 10 months of work. Okay, it's not a short time. So what do we need to have inside the Gantt chart? Okay, what do we need to have inside the Gantt chart? We need to have the task list, the timeline. Okay, the timeline. The bar, which represent the task duration, and also the dependency. So this one is optional. And also maybe the milestone. Okay, what would be the deliverables of your work? Okay, so what you need to do first is to create the Gantt chart where you will need to list all tasks. You need to estimate the time, the dependency, the milestone, and finally, you may use Excel, Google Sheet, or whatever software that you think, because it's only boxes showing the timeline, showing the maybe you may have multiple tasks in parallel, running in parallel. Okay, but usually Excel or Google Sheet will do. Okay. Okay, so tools for creating Gantt charts. You can use any apps. Okay, but Excel or Google Sheet just nice. Okay, this one. Okay, so I skip this one first. So, or shall I go through it? Let me see. Okay, so this one is on the Gantt chart. Okay, I think I need to show you how the Gantt charts looks like. Let me Google for some example on Gantt chart. Am I lagging right now because my browser is not so good? Okay ke?
Okay, doktor. Dia lag sikit lah, tapi dengar je.
Okay.
Stay clear lah.
Okay. I'm using your ITM network, wired network. Okay. Okay. I believe you can see this. Okay, you can Google to get your Gantt chart. Let me just click to one of this. You may Google for final year project Gantt chart. What is this? Project status sample Gantt chart. Okay. Okay, let me try to get. Okay, so this is Gantt chart. Okay, this one is for market research. No, you can look for final year project. Actually, they can give you a good sample. Okay, what is this? Too small to read. Usually, we put them for your final year project. We will have them in chapters. Okay, we'll have them in chapters. Let's see. I thought I have the example in the slide. Well, project management. Let me share them with you later if I can find some good example for your final year project. But basically, this is how the Gantt charts looks like, meaning that you have the horizontal bar. On the left side, you will have the task, okay? And you will have the bar, and on top of it, you will have the timeline. Maybe you will set the time to develop the project of, say, 4 weeks, for example. So the timeline, then you will have the bar covering that 4 weeks timeline just to develop the prototype. Okay. So this is basically the Gantt chart that you may have. So as I said just now, you may have the arrow to show the dependency, but usually we do not have the arrow. Okay, but we only have the bar. Okay, and you can see that for the same timeline, Okay, let's say the 4 weeks, you may have multiple tasks running at the same time. And one more thing that I would like to remind you is that for the literature review, okay, for the literature review, it will go on until you complete your final year project. So I mean that until up to your submission next semester. Okay, the literature review should not stop only during the proposal. So the timeline for the literature review should cover both semesters, because maybe during your development you have found another approach, another technique which is better than the one that you have found during your proposal time. So you want to add some more information on the best technique that you have actually applied in your project. So that one need to be included as well in your literature review. So as I said, literature review not only being done during your proposal time, but it must also span up until you have completed your project. Okay, so that is about Gantt chart. Okay, the timeline and the Gantt chart. Where should you put the Gantt chart? You will actually you may have maybe one single sentence in your chapter 3 before your summary saying that you have your Gantt chart. All right, but the Gantt chart needs to be included in your appendix. It is not part of your chapter 3, but it will be included as your appendix. Okay, the Gantt chart. So the Gantt chart should cover for this semester and also next semester. Once you have, that is the plan that you have in mind. Okay, the timeline. Okay, that is the plan that you have in mind to complete your project. So that is your Gantt chart. Okay, so let's move on. Let's move on. That is the first thing that I would like to share with you today. And the second part is about it's about the plagiarism. Okay, it's about the plagiarism. So we are in our week 10. So suppose by next week, you will actually finalize your reports. Okay, I'm not sure where are you right now. Submission window for similarity check. Okay, where you need to submit your report to the Turnitin. But first, let us go through this. What is actually plagiarism? Okay, what is actually plagiarism? So you are doing fine, I believe so, during your chapter 2. I did not check the submission yet, but I did notice that some, not some, maybe a few of you did not submit yet. Okay, so for those who missed the deadline, make sure to submit it through the open submission. Make sure to submit through the open submission. Okay, so let's move on. So what is actually plagiarism? It is actually presenting someone else's work, yes, words, data, as your own without proper attribution. So you read some articles, okay, you read some articles, and you copy the word of that author from that article, and you put it inside your reports without acknowledging the original author and without properly rephrase, okay, that sentence from the original author. So that is plagiarism. You are using other people's work as your own without acknowledging them. So it is a serious academic offense with significant consequences. So it violates the academic integrity and honesty. Okay, not only you, for us, okay, the academician, this one is very important. So it undermines the credibility of your work and the academic community, and it denies credit to the original author, and it hinders your own learning and development. So during our days before the ChatGPT, before the AI assistance, we need to read all the article, no one but us, okay? But right now, you have help from your bestie, your AI assistants, then you should be more careful because maybe the AI generated paragraph is actually coming from other articles. All right. Says we do have experience with the students report reach more than 80% of AI generated writings. So this is not good. You are not doing it yourself. Okay, you are not doing it yourself. So whatever it is, the thing is you need to understand your works, all right? So that you are using the AI wisely. Okay, please use them wisely. You can use it, but use it wisely. So types of plagiarism. So here we have an example. Direct plagiarism, copying text word for word without quotation marks and citation. The quotation, double quotes. Apa tu? The quotes, okay, double quotes, and citation. Okay, so the next one is paraphrasing plagiarism, restating someone else's idea in your own words, but without proper citation. Okay, so you know, okay, you have submitted your chapter 2, and I believe your your supervisor has checked them. So make sure to use proper citation. So the next one, we have the mosaic or patchwork plagiarism, where you combine phrases and ideas from different sources without proper attribution. Whatever you do, please cite the original author. And then the next one is self-plagiarism, submitting your own previously submitted work without permission or proper citation. Maybe in your case, you do not have this because you do not have any submitted articles. But for me, for example, I have submitted articles, and then on my next articles, I use maybe the same sentence, the same word inside my previous articles. So that is considered as self-plagiarism, and that is not allowable as well. And the next one here, source not found or incorrect citation. Okay, one more thing. I always remind you during our tutorial class, if the citation or the reference being generated by the AI, you have the paragraph and they supply you with the reference, make sure to check the reference whether they really exist or not, because sometimes they mistakenly give you a different DOI for other articles. So when you use your Manley reference, when you put in your DOI, so you can make sure that the article does exist, that you can use, and it is legit, right? So make sure to check whether the article really exists or not, please. Okay, this one is an example of direct plagiarism. Let's say this is the original text. The rapid advancement of technology has profoundly impacted communication patterns in the 21st century. So this was taken from Smith 2020 on page 15. So you take the exact sentence, the exact text without proper reference, okay, citation. So suppose you were given with the example here, the correct version, where you need to rewrite and the rapid, let me see, affected communication patterns in the 21st century. Or okay, so the first one, you put them into when you have a direct quotes. Okay, when you take the exact word, they need to be in double quotes. Okay, they need to be in double quotes. Or you can have the second one here, but still in double quotes. When you take the exact sentence, exact word from the original text. So the next one, the original text here is the increasing globalization of led to greater interconnectedness among nations. Okay, so here you rephrase, but you did not cite. Okay, you rephrase, but you did not cite. So the next example here show you the corrected version. Okay, you need to have the citation. I believe you have learned this throughout your English classes, okay, on how to do article writing and do the paraphrasing and citation. So make sure to cite your source. If you are using direct quotes, make sure to use the quotation marks, paraphrase carefully, and cite. And make sure that you have the bibliography or the reference list, okay, at the end. And to understand the different citation style, okay, here in our reports, we are using the APA style. Your ITM is using the APA style. So when in doubt, make sure to cite. Okay, make sure to cite. Okay, so the consequences is that outline the potential penalties, maybe fail, suspension, expulsion. If we maybe at the if we caught you doing this plagiarism, then you can be brought to the faculty tata tertib punya, yes, kalau dah teruk sangat, okay, but of course the reputation, okay, the reputation. So the importance of originality and proper attribution in academic work. So your work is considered as an academic work because it will demonstrate awareness of existing work, and correctly citing it strengthens their proposal by showing you have done thorough background research. You have seen what other people have done. So it can also establish the context and novelty of your proposed project. Okay, giving credits to the foundation upon which their work builds, and to avoid accusation of plagiarism. So in our case, okay, you are a computer science student. So what exactly is plagiarism in the context of computer science? So if you are using code snippet or algorithms without attribution, yes, there will be many available coding that you can use. So make sure to cite them properly. Okay, make sure to cite them properly. Let's say you get this one code from GitHub. Okay, make sure to acknowledge that GitHub. So of course, you will make some modification to the codes, okay, but the code originally was taken from somewhere. Okay, make sure to properly cite the source of your code, because as you go along from the original code, you may need to change the parameters. So this is where your originality comes. Okay, you are the one who decide what will be the parameter that is best suited with your project. But the original, the foundation code is coming from someone else. Okay, so make sure to cite them. Okay, what else? Presenting someone else's design patterns or architectural concept as your own. Copying diagrams, charts, or data visualization without proper references. So this one, let's say you take some algorithms, flow charts, models from articles, make sure to cite them, where that diagram coming from. Okay, translating text or code from another language without citation. So let's say the source of the article is in Malay. Okay, so you are doing your report in English and you direct translate the Malay words that need to be cited as well, right? So for the Turnitin submission, make sure to use the Gmail's UITM student Gmail. And every single submission, I allow only up to 3 submission. Okay, I only allow up until 3 submission. Okay, let's say the first submission, you have a very high AI report writing reports, let's say. So you need to resubmit to get a better readings of your percentage similarity and also AI writing. So make sure, I would like to remind again, make sure to use your UIDM student Gmail for all your submission. You have submit once and then you do the second submission. For example, if you need them, make sure to use the same UITM student Gmail. If, let's say, the first submission, you get a very higher reading, and then when you resubmit for the second time, you are using your personal email. At this point, you may have 100% similarity reports. Make sure to remember this. Okay, make sure to submit from the same UITM Gmail account. Okay, do not submit with other account. If not, then your second submission definitely will be 100% similar. Okay, and one more thing. This happens last semester. I asked the student to submit through my account only. But there are some students, the guild, they also submit through their supervisor account. So turn out to be 100% similar. Okay, so please make sure that you only submit to my account. Please pass the words to your friends. Okay, please submit only to my account. I will update the submission link later. I just recover my password just now. Okay, I will prepare the link later. So please come down to this slide later on and get the submission link. All right. So once you have submitted, so you may turn to this Padlet to collect your reports. So I would upload, once I have the report, I would upload them as soon as possible. Okay, I will upload them as soon as possible. So for the similarity reports, that should be 30, must be less than 30%. And for the AI writing report, that is also must less than 30%. Okay. So you may go to the Padlet and upload your report. Collect your report through this Padlet. Okay. So is that clear, class? Is that clear?
Doktor.
Yeah.
Yang submission ni sampai bila?
Submission, because you need to submit by week 12, right? So I shall open this until week 12. But please, if let's say your report proposal submission is, let's say today, 11:59 at night. Janganlah hantar pukul 11 malam to the Turnitin, right? Bila saya nak upload report dia, as simple as that. Do you get that? All right. So maybe I will open this up until 2-3 days before the final submission of your proposal. Okay, so that you so that it will not be difficult for you to do your submission, because you can only submit the proposal together with your Turnitin reports. Okay, your supervisor need to sign the similarity report percentage. Okay, but you can submit afterwards. Okay, once I have opened a window for the submission. Okay, but up until 3 submission only per students. Kalau tidak penat lah saya, awak hantar 10 kali, then I need to re-upload and re-upload the reports. Okay. So is that clear, everyone? I would like to remind again, use your UITM student Gmail to upload, and make sure if you need to have the second and third upload, make sure you submit from the same Gmail accounts, UITM student Gmail account. Okay, and you can collect the report through the Padlet. So you are supposed to, this week is week 10, and you are supposed to complete with your chapter 3 next week. But let's see how it goes. So hopefully by next week you already completed your chapter 3, and then you can do your submission to the Turnitin. And I'm supposed to have, if I'm not mistaken, F4 for your chapter 3 evaluation. Okay, let's see how it goes next week. Okay, so what else? Let me go through um, the scheme of work again, whether I miss something. I will share the slide through the course material in the resource board later on. Let me see whether I miss anything else here. Okay, so basically, I think, yeah, suppose on week 12 is your submission, report submission. Yeah, that's it. And I would like to remind everyone that you need to submit the ethics form together with your report submission. So again, I would like to highlight, if you have any questions regarding on which form that you need to fill in for the ethics form, you may address your questions inside the Telegram groups of ethics. Okay. We have Dr. Razo and also Dr. Faraliza that can actually respond to you on the ethics. Okay, let's say you are not sure if the data coming from your supervisor, so how can you address that kind of data? So you may ask them as well inside the Telegram groups, all right? So before I end the session, okay, so I do have F4 to evaluate your assignment number 3, supposed to be on methodology if you refer to your scheme of works. But let's see how it goes next week. All right. So the plan is to have it on week 11. But we may have it also on week 12, I believe. Okay. So any questions before I end the session here, class? So do I have, let's see. Any questions? Tak ada. Do I have Nazwani? Do you have anything to say?
Yes, doctor.
Yes, what is it?
So just to confirm, we are required to complete the full report within these 2 weeks. Then after that, we submit to the Trinity. Is it right?
Yes, no, when you have completed your report. Okay, one more thing. Okay, thank you for questions. The Turnitin report, the proposal that you upload to the Turnitin must only contain your chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3 without the table of content, without the reference list. Please take note. Okay, please take note on that. You will only need to upload the content of chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3 without the reference and also without the table of content. The chapter content only. And make sure to name the file as your name. All right. Okay, when to submit again? I will open the Turnitin link afterwards. So you have up until next week to submit the complete reports. Okay, let's say you have submitted your reports, and suddenly you have, when you go through your report and you think that, I think I need to add this paragraph into my reports. Okay. After your submission to the Turnitin, and you have a very good Turnitin reports percentage, say less than 20%. So not necessarily that you need to upload them again through your Turnitin. Okay. So if you made a very, very minor, maybe you change a sentence, rewrite a sentence, something like that, then you do not need to re-upload the reports. Okay. So I believe since that week 12 is the submission week, so I will open the Turnitin up until end of next week. Okay, so that you still have time. Let's say your Turnitin reading is 50%. So you still have time to do some modification and then re-upload them through your Turnitin. So is that clear?
Dia ada.
Yeah.
Kiranya dalam Turnitin tu dia akan highlight yang kat mana yang kena tukar macam tu.
Bukan kena
Similarity lah
tukar.
maksudnya.
It will highlight, let's say you have this sentence or paragraph. Okay, the similar to coming from where? Yes, they will highlight that. Okay, they will give you number and where is actually the original source. You get that?
Okay.
All right.
So kiranya just hantar chapter 1 to 3 tak ada reference, tak ada table of contents semua tu lah kan?
Yes, correct. Because once if you put together the reference list and also your table of content, then of course lah, how many reports we have outside. Semua sama je kan? Introduction, background, objective, blah, blah, blah. So then you will have higher readings. Okay, any other questions?
Doktor, Doktor
Yeah.
cakap submission link tu akan buka sampai minggu depan. But minggu depan kan kita cuti. And submission week 12.
Week 11. Alah, hai. Week 11 coming after break, right?
Yes.
Okay. Saya betulkan ya. Week 11, not next week.
Okay, so we have 2 weeks lah.
Yeah, you have about 2 weeks more to go. Right now we are in our week 10. So I shall open it until at the end of week 11 of our lecture session, not included our break next week.
Okay,
Do you get that? All right. So anything else? So if you have any questions throughout the weeks here, this time is very, very critical time for everyone. Okay, I believe you have so many other assignments to complete together with these proposals. So make sure you take your time. Okay, put some time on the proposal, put some time on other assignments as well. Okay, I would like to call, do I have Ahmad Khalis here? Ahmad Khalis, are you there? Ahmad Khalis, are you here? Fakih Abdulais, are you here? Fakih? Do I have Fakih here? Tak ada. And I do not have Ahmad Khalis here as well. Okay, let me see. Do I have Aizat Asfar? Aizat Asfar? Do I have Aizat Asfar? Tak ada juga. Do I have Nasiha Nur Alina here?
Yes, Doctor.
Banyak kali tak datang kelas ni. Do I have Nur Fatini Husna?
Yes, Doctor.
Pun banyak kali juga tak datang kelas. Okay.
Doctor, tapi saya datang.
Ya ke? Kenapa saya banyak bangkah awak ni? Tak apa, tak apa. I'm looking at the attendance. Tak ada dua je pangkah kat sini. Tak tahulah yang lain tu pangkah ke tidak. Okay. If you have, kejap Fatini Husna ni yang terlibat dengan apa? Can you please hantar balik dekat saya kod ada MC ke apa yang saya termiss? Ada surat kebenaran ke? So let me know. Okay. Saya tengah semak attendance sekarang ni. So I think that's it. If you have any questions throughout next week pun kalau ada soalan, tolong tanya. Okay, if you are not sure of anything, something, make sure to drop your questions to the group. All right. So I will share with you the slide that we have today through the resource board Padlet. Okay, because I think I need to add some example on the Gantt chart because I'm using last semester's slides. So maybe at that time, actually, I browse through and show it straight away to the students without having a proper example on my slides. Okay, so that's the end of it. Good luck. And so semester break is not really a break. I believe this is actually just chill out a little bit and continue with your proposal work. So with that, thank you very much. Have a great holiday next week. Okay, see you. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Welcome.